quick position rundown for you. The top 5 are Piastri, Russell, Norris, Albon and Verstappen. Currently the fastest lap is a 1:30.1. Sorry, we can't provide you with that information right now. Okay, good job, mate. Really, really well done. That was a fantastic drive. Bring it home.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top 3 today. Daniel, Oscar Piastri and George Russell. Goodbye for now then, but really we're just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow. Hello and welcome from the Circuit Paul Ricard, current home of the French Grand Prix, an event dating all the way back to 1906. Now, it's been held at many venues over the years, with famous moments from Dijon and Manicourt, the feature of many a highlights reel. So let's hope we see more of those in the race today. We have 15 corners here at the Circuit Paul Ricard, 6 to the left and 9 to the right, but the rain is coming down and making for a slippery racing surface. Luckily, there is plenty of runoff area available, and hopefully we'll be able to avoid bringing out a safety car during today's Grand Prix. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Daniel lines up on pole position, and Oscar Piastri completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Norris, Albon, Verstappen, Leclerc, Joe, Ricciardo, Perez, Bottas, Hauger, Drugovich, Stroll, Liam Lawson, Ocon, Tsunoda, Sargent, Magnussen. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. And with me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Daniel. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Okay, this is our engine supplier's home Grand Prix, which means there's a lot of very important people here behind the scenes. I'd love to give them a strong result to watch today, plus a good result might make my post-race meetings a little bit easier. Okay, so everything looks good on the power unit cycles, so let's concentrate on bringing tyres and brakes up to temperature. Okay, clear. Virtual safety car deployed. Slow down and maintain a positive delta. Virtual safety car is deployed. Right, drop your speed. Our delta's too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. The team want you to shift up through the gears earlier. They think it'll save fuel. Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until we get the green flags. VSC ending. Wait for the greens. Okay, there's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time and there are so far no plans for a safety car. You're leading the pack, that's P1. Okay, Russell's behind you now. Our gap behind is 1.5 seconds. They're on a fresh set of inters. You've got 10 laps until your pit window opens. Pit window opens in 10 laps. Okay, you've got 25 laps to go. DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled. Okay mate, you might need to look at a new race strategy after that. I've got some options for you, so go and check your MFD. Copy. Dennis is in the pits now. Okay, go, go, go! That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Look after these tyres now, we want to finish the race on this compound. Okay, let's go now. Come on. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Okay, the stewards have now disabled DRS. DRS is now disabled. Okay, conditions are going to keep deteriorating for 10 minutes at least. Dennis is coming in for his stop. Our gap to the car in front is 13.0 seconds. Okay, the gap behind is 5.0 seconds. Norris is stopping now. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 27.7 seconds. Just 5 laps of fuel remaining. Great manoeuvre, you made it look so easy. concentration, front of the pack. Piastri's behind. Okay, gap to the car behind. 5.8 seconds. They're on old intermediates. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home. Fantastic drive, that's just fantastic, amazing, you deserve that race win. Well done, mate.
We've witnessed some great battles around Paul Ricard today, and they've taken a fantastic win. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, keeping their tyre temperatures up in the tricky wet conditions was really important. There's not much grip out there at the best of times, and it's 10 times worse if you're out there on cold tyres. So the way they kept the rubber in its proper operating window was a huge advantage today.
Welcome then to the podium, our top 3 drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race. Let's have a look then at the driver's standings. Oscar Piastri will be very happy with that result as he extends his championship lead. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
I have to give it to Daniel.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. It was a tough race for our championship leaders who lose ground at the top of the table. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
The contract renewal window has opened. We can try and renegotiate for a better deal with our current team, or approach someone else. You're not currently in a rivalry. Sooner or later, you'll probably be asked by the media who you consider to be your rival. Think carefully who you select, as while you will receive a claim for beating them, you'll lose a claim if you fail to do so.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top three today. Drugovich, Russell and Lando Norris. With qualifying wrapped up now, we have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race. It's race day in Budapest as we get ready for another round of Formula One action. We're not expecting too many retirements at this circuit. There are plenty of current and former drivers with flawless finish rates here. In particular, Ralf Schumacher, who made it across the line in all 10 of his Hungarian Grand Prix starts. The Hungaroring, it's like Monaco without the boats, although the boats today could come in very handy. 14 corners, 6 to the left and 8 to the right, and some very tricky corners to deal with. These rainy conditions out there aren't going to help either, so it's very likely we'll see a safety car or two during today's race. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Felipe Drugovich lines up on pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Oscar Piastri, Verstappen, Albon, Daniel, Leclerc, Doohan, Joe, Tsunoda, Russell, Hauger, Bottas, Ocon, Stroll, Sargent, Perez, Ricciardo, Liam Lawson, and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. A warm welcome to Anthony Davidson, who's beside me in the commentary box today. Let's talk about Daniel. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Okay, we've got that relief of having points on the board finally, so let's keep that form up and get another top 10 finish today, please. Launch map is good, but we need to learn the gears, so go into each one when you can. We're going to need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them and warm the tyres as well, please. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. strategy available on the MFD. Okay, so that's a red flag, no overtaking, and let's get back into the pits, please. This is a good chance to change our strategy for the rest of the group. I know this feels a bit like deja vu here, but there's a good opportunity to get this start spot on. Come on. Are you all right? Engine off, engine off. Right, let's...
So Mercedes have won it, and what a great race it was. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners. So let's see what effect this result has had on the drivers' standings. This result then narrows the gap between our championship leader and the rest of the standings. Let's focus on the driver of the day, Anthony Davidson. Who do you pick?
I think for driver of the day, I'd probably pick Lando Norris. He lived up to every inch of his reputation today, and I think he'll be going home, quite rightly, a bit proud of himself.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.
Thanks for stepping in and helping handle that. Okay, we've had the new parts come through the fabrication process. We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.